What up, YouTubey? Denny in Saigon. My name's Denny. I'm an American, but I live here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. It's another beautiful day. A lot of them are here. It's not rainy. We're still in January. It's January the 5th. In fact, Trumpy just gave his State of the Union. It sounded pretty good to me. The rainy season will be coming up, but I'm not going to be here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go back to the USA pretty soon. So that's the way it goes. I don't actually have control over everything, so I got to go back. It's okay though. I want to see my kids. I miss my kids quite a bit. I miss my boy, and I miss my grandkids. I miss my daughters. I miss my mom. I miss my stepdad, my dad, my family. So I'm sad about leaving my wife, and I'm sad about leaving Vietnam, but I'm kind of okay with it. I guess I might as well be okay with it because I don't have a choice, right? I'm over here in District. Now I'm in District 3. Yeah, I'm in District 3. Just left District 1. I'm near a few blocks from the embassy, the U.S. Embassy. And I'm on my way back to District 12. Sorry I haven't made a video in a few weeks. You know, it's been Tuyet here, the Chinese New Year, and I spent my whole entire time at home basically working on websites and stuff. I did watch a lot of the news. So they have this coronavirus, and it started in Asia, and I think, I'm not a doctor, but I think mostly it affects Asian people. And so they canceled school for another week here, and so that's about 4 weeks without working. That's a long time when you owe support and stuff like me. But I've been home working on my websites and stuff, and hanging out with my wife, which has been kind of nice. It's been noisy. I could have made a video at home, but it's too noisy. They're very noisy. During Tuyet, they sit around and they just karaoke, and I live in a little alley and kind of like a little back street, and I'm real close to all my neighbors, and it's so loud, so noisy. The kids crying and the dogs barking and the noise, the music and stuff. I can't even make a video. Actually, I can barely think sometimes. It's so loud. But you have that here in Asia. You see my last video, or the one before that, I found a quiet spot. Okay, it's real hard to find a quiet spot. Even the parks are kind of noisy. This is a nice park here. I've showed you this one before. I'm on the same route that I normally take to go back from District 1. See, there's a lot of foreigners. She was all tattooed up, wasn't she? That's always nice. Yeah, real nice park. District 1 is real nice. District 3 is real nice. And it gets real crowded over here. It's not too bad right now. So I noticed on the news, they were trying to scare the hell out of everybody. I heard several of them doing it. Even Alex Jones, was scaring everybody about the coronavirus and talking about how the streets were empty. I'm in my hotel room in Hong Kong and all the streets are empty. Well, it's Chinese New Year, so I mean the streets are always empty, in the big cities on Chinese New Year. And I think it's been that way for 1,000 years or something. And there was no exception here in Saigon. The streets were very empty. It's kind of starting to get back to normal, but they did extend it for another week, so. Yeah, I have to go back, and it's not going to be, I don't know exactly where I'm going to go. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go. I know where I'm going to land, but I don't know where I'm going to go after that. Because I don't know if I want to go back to Indiana. It's going to be too cold to go back to Indiana. But I want to see my kids real bad. I have no place to go besides my mom's. So it's just a big mess for me, you know. It is my life. It's what it is. I want to bring my wife to the USA, so I have to pay my back support, basically. I don't have to pay that before I bring her, but I have to get stable before I bring her. I have to pay the back support, which I was going to do from here. You know, I paid a lot of money last year, and I paid it all from here. So it's a little tougher when I go back. But I'll have no choice. I'll have to do it. I know I got some questions about the airport. You know, when I went home the last time, yeah, it was really rough because I went to the Fort Wayne airport in the middle of the night. And why couldn't I call a Grab or an Uber? They don't have Grab, I don't think, in Fort Wayne. They don't have, they might have Uber. But, okay, well, I had landed, I came from, where did I come from? Dallas, okay? And there's no SIM cards at 2 o'clock in the morning at Fort Wayne, Indiana airport. It's a skeleton crew. It's a small airport in the middle of a cornfield, and there's nobody there. There's one person there. There was one person there, and they did have a phone. They had like now they had a payphone, I think, or something maybe. No free Wi-Fi or nothing. So when you come from another country to the USA, careful, ladies. Didn't even know they had those. Did you see that? They don't have any low-hanging. Well, maybe they do. They got some underpasses. Anyways, it's Fort Wayne, Indiana. There's a skeleton crew in the middle of the night, and it's a weekend, and it's in the middle of a cornfield. So I had to walk. I had to walk to no way to call anybody. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, there was no taxis, there was no shuttles, there was nothing there, and I had no one to. I mean, my sister had a car, but she was her car was broke down. She's in the worse shape than me, so at least I'm not my sister. She couldn't come get me. I had no choice. I just took off walking, you know. It wasn't cold. It was the middle of summer. And it was 2 o'clock in the morning in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Not safe at all. That's what I'm going to get, you know, if I go back to Indiana. I'm going to get no help, basically. If I make it to my mom's house, she'll let me stay there. But, you know, that's the way it goes. Haven't figured out all the details yet. I'm going to miss being in Ho Chi Minh City a lot, but there's also a lot of, advantages to living in the USA. No place is perfect, right? No place is perfect. I want to make some money flipping some websites. It's going to be easier for me to do in the USA, believe it or not. It's a little bit easier to do business in the USA if you're in the USA. Otherwise, you got to figure out, you can't use Google Voice from here. You got to use Skype, and it doesn't always work great, you know, it's okay. Yeah, it's just more expensive, way more expensive in the West. So I'm gonna have to cheat, man. I'm gonna have to get a bunch of side hustles and some front and back hustles, and I'm gonna have to cut corners, and of course I'm gonna have to make my own success. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna have to do. And if I want to bring my wife, and I do, that's what I'm gonna have to do. So I got my work cut out for me. Should get a cocoa nut. There's the zoo, which is not, that great. That's the back entrance to the zoo. If you saw that or not. I don't feel like going back home. I feel like driving around and making some videos, I guess. I haven't made any for a long time, and not gonna be able to make any more. Hope I don't see any cops. It doesn't matter if I do. You know what? I don't give a crap. In my life, the way things are for me and stuff, the way I get treated, I don't care. You know, I'm gonna make my own rules. Just gotta be careful. She'll get that thing hung up in her wheel. Probably nothing will happen, but I've seen them get their raincoats hung up in their motorbikes and get yanked off their motorbike before. You know, I get treated kind of crappy, I think. Like I'm doing something wrong, or like I've done something wrong. I owe the back support, but damn, man, I'm paying it. Okay, I've been paying it for a long time. Last year I paid over $4,000 in support. So I mean, it isn't like I'm not paying it. It isn't like I got a bunch of babies at home and a baby mama who, you know, I'm not. None of that is. My kid's 18. You know, he'll be graduating soon, and I got 3 kids, and I got to give them all money besides the support and stuff. So, and I do as much as I can. I'm doing the best I can. You know, I'm doing the best I can. I'm not a criminal. And I don't like getting treated like I'm doing nothing, or so like I'm like trying to avoid it. That just irritates the shit out of me. And some people treat you like that, you know. Some people, that's just the way people are, and I've always gotten treated like that, even when I was a kid. I think I've told the story before. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but sometimes I remember adults would make snide comments toward me when I was like, you know, 5 or 6, 7. I was a kid. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. So I get treated like that sometimes now, you know, by some certain people. Like I've done something wrong, basically, but I haven't. I wanted to come over here, you know, fix my teeth and get married to a woman, you know, who's not covered in tattoos. And so I was able to find, you know, probably the world's best woman. She's a great woman. I love my wife. I just, you know, I got my teeth fixed while I was here. All that stuff I did. I just, I knew I couldn't really afford to fix my teeth at home. I've told the story before. I got them fixed for $1,500. Permanent dentures, you know, they're excellent. They look great. They feel great. And it's 15 grand at home. Too much money, okay? And I wanted to get married on top of that, so that's why I came here. Crap happens. I ended up with a wife who's from Vietnam. Now I got to get her back to the USA because they're dragging me back, basically. And don't worry, I'll get it all caught up. I mean, it's not that much money. It is a lot of money, but it's not overcomable, I think. It's something I can't overcome. Have to get some hustling going on. Going to get my shiny on. Son of a gun. Now would be a good time to sell Trump t-shirts. And this dude don't nail me. I gotta get bagged by the police for having a phone in my hand. Despite the fact that people right across the city with, you know, all kinds of crap in their hands. This is an easy city though. I mean, it's not like home and stuff. You do get pulled over here sometimes, but it's not like they're rolling around mostly looking for you. They're not really doing that. They just sit on the sides of the roads, wave you over. Yeah, I don't know. It's, you know, a lot harder in the West, but it's cold in my home. I don't know what to do if I go, you know, if I go to some other city. I don't know anybody there. Maybe I can survive, maybe I can't. It's not gonna be like coming here. I came here with no money when I first came to Vietnam. I came from Cambodia. I went to Cambodia, I had a little bit of money. I had a few $1,000s. Okay, but I stayed there for 6 months working and I spent all that money. And when I came here from Cambodia, I had none. That's why I wasn't paying support. So I built myself back up here and fixed my teeth and everything. Paid that off. I borrowed money from my boss to fix my teeth, and I didn't even mean to do that. He just I can't speak Vietnamese, man. They don't tell you what they're doing sometimes, and he just took me and got, you know, he took me to get my teeth fixed. Him and his daughter, and then I ended up owing him. So I paid that off. I paid them off. It took a little time, but I worked for him and paid it off. And then I finally got on my support again, and I'm doing the best I can with it, man. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go back home and get my 18-year-old son, who'll probably graduate and then come live with me. my 22-year-old daughter who's got kids of her own, and I'm paying support on them. You know, and meanwhile they're treating me like I'm a terrible person, like I've done something bad. Whatever, but I'm getting irritated with it. That's for sure. Now I gotta leave my wife. It's okay. I'm gonna leave her. I'm gonna go, and she's cool. She wants to go to the USA, kind of. She just thinks it's gonna be hard for me, and it will be. It'll be hard for me without her. I'll do the best I can. Wish me luck, right? Wish me luck. It's, you know, I got to buy a cheap used vehicle again, especially if I go back to my home state. There's no place. You got to have a vehicle. You got to have a crap vehicle, because if you don't have money for a new one, it's going to be a crappy one. And it's going to be, you know, I hope I don't get stuck with what I got stuck with last time. It's all the money I had, but nevertheless, I did. I paid $900 for the van that I had last time. This is one of these vehicles they like to do the funerals in, funeral procession. I paid $900 for that van, and I made my money back driving the Amish around in it. Because my home is in Indiana, there are a lot of Amish around, and in case you don't know, the Amish, they all need a ride. They don't drive, but they all need a ride somewhere, so they'll pay you to take them. I don't, you know, whatever sense that makes. Yeah, it's not a lot going on back where I'm from, right? It's just a small town, small area. Real hard to work, you know, doing technology, but everybody needs a website, I guess, but everybody has a website, really. Everybody has a crappy one. A lot of people have crappy ones, but whatever. A lot of people are satisfied with their crappy websites. Nobody ever leaves the social media anyway, so what's the point, you know, having a website anymore? But anyways, I'm on a little back street. I love these little streets, man. I'm gonna miss this city a lot. I'm gonna miss living here. I'm gonna miss how nice the people are. They're very hospitable people. I say that in every video because it's true. It's very true. And I'm gonna miss my wife. That's for dang sure. It's like a hospital, medical center or something. It's hard to live in a foreign country, especially, you know, at least they have English letters and stuff, right? If it was China, it would be a lot worse. Because, I mean, like, when you fly through a place like that, when the airport there's no English letters, and then you're really confused, right? It's even worse than here. There are people who come here and figure out how to do everything. It's tricky. It's not necessary. I'm not that kind of guy. Probably I'll lose stuff in the details. They tell me, but I don't always get the details down, and then I forget. And they don't always. There's a lot of, you lose stuff in communication here. Believe me, a lot of stuff is lost in communication. Like my wife, you know, the whole thing with my passport, you know, when I came back, you need a lot of pages on your passport. They stamp your visas every time you cross the border. You get a new visa, they stamp your passport. With a tourist visa, you just need 1 or 2 pages. But I guess with my spousal visa, I needed a lot more pages, and I didn't know this. Okay, my wife couldn't tell me. She didn't tell me until after it was too late, and so it ended up making me make a new passport, which I couldn't make until I paid back support, which I can't pay. I don't have the money. I can't. I don't have it. I can't just write them a check. So, especially not with these guys over here taking all, you know, every 3 or 4 weeks at a time off. You know, it was like that in Kampuchea as well. I was teaching English there. I was looking at my paperwork. I saved it from there. I mean, they take every 3rd week off, you know, for vacation or something. So, I mean, you know, you can't make that much money teaching, really. I mean, your results may vary. If you go there, and you may do better than I did. Some people do, but I don't know how. I've been fine since I came here. You can get more than enough hours here usually. Teaching in the language centers, teaching in the public schools. Public schools are work, you know, because it's high energy and stuff. I lost my voice the first day I came to Vietnam to teach in the public schools. And you probably will lose your voice after screaming at it, you know, across, you know, a big room full of 50 kids for 2 or 3 hours. That doesn't take long, really, for me. Oh man. I'm in no hurry to get back home. Should stop for a coffee. My wife will kill me. She's such a tight ass, and I have no money, so she'll complain and grumble at me if I get a coffee. I got to fly all the way back to the USA. I don't even have a connecting flight back to my own state. I got to buy one when I get there. Yeah, it's not going to be easy for me, but that's the way it goes, man. Could be a lot worse. The other day I was riding around over here and I saw a little baby with a giant head. You know, baby with a giant head. I felt so sorry for it. Her and her mom, it and its mom. You just want to cry, you know. Hello. I don't like to go in front of them, you know. I just anybody, the tourists or whatever. I'm in Benton, and so there's tourists over here too. It's a big market, not too far from here. I used to live close to here on Windsee, right over this way. So in 3 years of living over here, I learned my way around the city pretty well, you know. And I can, if you can't tell, I can manage the traffic real well here. I mean, if you can manage it, it's not it's not exactly that easy, but you know, you learn to do it. It takes a minute to get used to the traffic here. Definitely, it takes a minute to get used to the traffic. I broke my arm when I first came here. I had to have surgery and stuff, get my arm put back together, but hopefully it ain't gonna happen again before I leave. I had surgery for $300, man. They put titanium in my arm. Okay, when I went back to work this summer, I went back and I got overheated at a factory. I went into the emergency room for about 30 minutes, and they gave me a little treatment and charged me $1,500. You know, so yeah, I know what I'm coming back to. Can't really even afford medication there. Now I'm gonna have to. You just gotta fight in the USA, man. You just gotta really fight. You just gotta throw down the gauntlets and fight, man. You can't even survive. You bust your ass there. You end up poor. And then everything's illegal. They make a criminal out of everybody, criminalize everything. I was watching John Stossel about how they busted a 10-year-old kid playing dodgeball, because everything's illegal, man, including dodgeball. Okay, including 10-year-old kids and dodgeball and everything in the USA. Say, well, Denny, pot's legal now. Yeah, well, that's just so they can keep you dumbed down, but no, it's not. It's not really even legal there either. They pretend that it is, but they bust you anytime they want. They bust you for that too, anytime they want, won't they? Well, that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna navigate this great big intersection up here in a minute. It's a whopper. They can get real busy. This place, when it gets crowded here, man, this is a market right here. Can you tell? It's I'd like to. There's like a bunch of markets around, man, but they kind of just. I don't know when they're holding in their, when they gather. I can't really tell you. They just do it, and it gets real crowded at times. It gets super crowded, and all these streets will just get so crowded, man. You won't be able to get through. I'm gonna make a second video, I think, because I'm not really. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't made a video in a long time, and I just feel like making a video. See, now I'm gonna sit here at this light. Don't have to sit. I could go right now, but I'm not gonna. Not gonna. This is a dangerous intersection right here. It's real big and very busy at times. Very busy. It was a little intimidating when I first came here. Traffic here will intimidate you, even if you're fearless like me. Even when I came back from, I was gone for 6 months and came back, and I was a little bit nervous about getting back into traffic, man. It's dangerous as hell. I kid you not. Super dangerous. And when I was coming across town earlier, some dude with a a big giant bar tied to his bike and a hook on the back of it. He turned sideways in the road, left that hook out in the street, so everybody had to go around it. I mean, there's so many ways to get killed here. So many ways to get cut up and destroyed. And you got to trust these people are going to stop, you know. A lot of them don't sometimes. Some of these truck drivers, they get drunk and run over people. Or any of these drivers do. Taxi drivers too, maybe. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Big intersection. Not difficult. Not too bad. Seen the airplane up ahead. We're headed toward the airport now. This is Fan Tree. I've showed you this several times. It's a main road going through town here. A main vein. If you ever come over here, you'll no doubt end up on this road. If you want to make it to Go Vap from Bowie Bend or District 1, it's like the same routes. You know, you got to travel all the time. People either live up in Go Vap and they got to go to District 3 or District 1 for business, or they go to District 2 or back and forth from 2 to Go Vap or whatever. You got to go down this road. I'm not going too fast. That might cause an accident. Yeah, it's a long video. I guess I probably better wrap it up, but I think I'm going to make another one. I want to talk about politics. And I want to warn you before I talk about politics, because I know not everybody wants to hear it, you know. But, I mean, I want to talk about politics. A lot has happened. A whole lot has happened since I've talked about politics the last time. And it's a big deal. This cute little lady. Did you see how beautiful her eyes were? These little ladies are so good looking, man. If you're single in the West, you should come over here and get a woman. Vietnam or Kampuchea or Thailand, anywhere over here, man. The ladies are real nice, good looking, petite, sweet, attractive. Anyways, I better wrap this video up. I know it's getting really long. Thanks for watching my videos. If you are, I'm not gonna be making too many more, I guess. Not from Saigon. Nothing interesting about Indiana. But like, share, and subscribe, because who knows what, maybe I will make more, who knows. I'll try to stay in touch with my viewers, and watch out for this guy. And I hope wherever you are, you have a wonderful day.